He's gonna get some of that.
Dressed up as Santa. Oh, never mind.
Dressed up as Santa.
What's up, people? We were just talking about, yes, you guessed it, R. Kelly.
I forgot to wear my Batman shirt, motherfucker.
I didn't. I do have an intro, but so do you guys want to do a shot before the intro, or do you want to do it after?
Do the intro.
Do the intro, and then do the when the intro comes out. All right.
Yep. It prepares us to open it.
We'll be back, people. And yeah, people, how are you doing? I hope you're doing fantastic. But look, real quick, just got to show you this before we start the show. So Friday, July 22nd, the Scene Snobs presents Casters for a Cause, 12-hour fundathon for charity. The two charities that they'll be donating all the proceeds to will be split 50-50. World Central Kitchen, Sandy Hook Promise. Over 10 great shows will be there performing. Horror Research 30 will be one of those. 9 o'clock Eastern Time, we'll be reviewing the movie Sledgehammer. But show up for this event if you can. Donate, share, spread the word. Because it's going to be amazing. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. And let's help. Let's help. Again, Casters for a Cause, a 12-hour fundathon for charity. July 22nd, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time to midnight, which is 12 a.m. Eastern Time. Let's do this, people. Let's do this. Fandom Fest, guys. Fandom Fest. It's going to be at Proctor's, upstate New York, Schenectady, New York. For more information, go to fandomfest.org. But your boy Search 30 will have a table there, selling merch, recording some content, and gonna make a con wheel, Fandom Fest wheel. So if you want us to review a certain movie and you want to review it with us, or with me, whatever the case may be, I'm gonna make a wheel for it. I'm gonna add your request on the wheel as long as we haven't reviewed it, and you can be a part of that too. So make sure you turn into this con. Just make sure you tune into this con. And now what you've all been waiting for. Popcorn and Pints, episode 86, The Batman. How the hell did we all feel about this movie? Well, as soon as Chocolate Batman, a.k.a. Sturdy Bat, a.k.a. Bat Sturdy, shuts the fuck up, we'll all start talking again. Just sit here. Grab your favorite drink, grab that pint, grab some snacks, and enjoy the ride. Yeah.
That was fucking creepy.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. Like Chris said, that is if they made a, like, say, the next Batman and they put a black actor as Batman, it's going to look weird. Because if it looks like what you just looked like, it's going to be weird. Because you were creepy as fuck.
I wasn't saying it was creepy because he was black. I'm saying it because Aaron was being fucking creepy.
No, like how it went with his face. It just like how the shape went and everything. It was so weird looking.
It was good.
The
G
truth comes out.
The chocolate Batman.
Aaron, what's going on with your camera?
What do you mean?
I only see a black screen. There it is.
I see him.
Oh. Yeah,
okay, never mind. That was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I was going to say something.
Before we all get started, let's I know we have some shots, and this was just random. Like, these motherfuckers just had some shots. I was like, fuck, let me run downstairs and grab a shot.
I was low on beer, and this has been buried in the freezer for months. So I'm like, okay.
I just got this earlier. As you guys know, it's fucking 100 proof. It's
Actually,
not that cold, so this is going to be harsh as shit.
I should have poured this in a glass or something.
Is this a shot or is it a fucking double shot? I don't even
No,
know.
those little bottles are shots.
That's mouthwash, dude.
I got butterscotch. Ready?
But
absolute grapefruit.
Cheers to you guys. Cheers to this episode. Let's have a good fucking time.
Fuck yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It actually wasn't that bad.
I forgot to put my pinky up.
I had the absolute.
That was awful.
Vodka always has that weird fucking after kick though.
Well, what
It's
it
that
what
weird.
it, this is well, what it is with this one, it's 100 proof, and two, like we just got home.
What the hell? You just burp?
Yeah,
Like,
we just got home a few hours ago, and I threw it in the freezer right away. But it's a big bottle, so it's not like that nice, real cold.
yeah.
So where when you take that shot, it's not as harsh when it goes when you take it. But fuck it, I did it. I did it.
Alrighty.
So how's everybody doing though?
Woo.
Happy to hear that, man.
Chilling.
Yeah, man.
Been
Chilling.
out in the sun for a while, trying to get Casper to the next shade of white. Like one shade darker. But I got hot as fuck, yo. So I'm sitting. In
Your face is looking a little red. How long?
Yeah.
All right.
I was out there for like 2.5 hours. It's not even that long, right?
Damn.
So I'm just sitting there, and I had a couple IPAs. I hit my pen a few times. I'm sitting there totally fine until I was like, okay, I'm going in. I get my chair. I'm walking in. I'm like, whoa,
Whoa.
I was like, that shit kicked in. I was like, oh fuck. And that's when I messaged you guys. I was like, ooh, bad mix. Don't sit in the sun and fucking.
It sounds like a great idea until you go to get up.
Well, I used to do it when I was younger. We used to play fucking basketball in the yard at noon when the sun's beaming, and we'd be drinking.
But
and you're fucked up by fucking like 2 o'clock.
James, you're closer to 40 than you are to 20. So
That is true. That is true.
We can't do the same things we used to.
We are quickly approaching protected age category when it comes to HR trend.
Yeah.
I can't get my fucking special card, get that discounts.
55.
Yeah.
The early bird specials and shit, man. You get
Well,
that.
yeah.
I'll be at the fucking early bird special all the time. I eat early anyway.
Having weird, fucked up conversations, though. That's the thing. We're gonna have like that old people generation. Our generation's gonna be disgusting. Just the conversation, like you hear what these old motherfuckers are talking about. Like, look, motherfucker, we've been talking about this shit for the past 75 years with each other.
So
now we just don't give a shit. We'll say it anywhere.
I went to the bar yesterday and I sat down having a beer. There's this 68-year-old guy next to me, longer hair. He starts talking to me. First off, he goes by Bear, and he has a ring that's a bear head. And he talked about how he moved up to this area like 12 years ago with his then significant other, who now they're no longer together, but they're best friends, but they're not lovers. So I got to hear him refer to his ex-lover a lot and those stories. I got to hear all about this, and he was just hitting on any female around the bartender. I'm like, this
he would have been my entertainment.
This is incredible to watch, but I don't want to have a conversation with this guy.
Yeah.
That's some funny shit right there. That's some funny shit right there.
They're probably best friends because they're probably brother and sister.
They're best friends, but they're not lovers.
Yeah.
No longer lovers.
Yo, it sounds like a song.
All right.
Crazy.
The Batman. We finally got to it.
Yes, we did. We finally fucking got to it. Early ratings, no reasons. Puerto Rican Chris.
This one had me a little torn, but it was decent. It wasn't horrible. I gave this one a 7.
Mr.
8.
Caucastic. 8.
8.
8.
10.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, I loved this fucking movie. Like, I was surprised how much I enjoyed this shit.
Actually, I'm going 8.5.
8.5?
Yeah. I
This-
really enjoyed it.
It might go up by the time we're done. But this
I'm really surprised like how much I love this because everybody fucking knows. Anytime we discuss this, I was like, I don't know how it's gonna be. I don't have high expectations, which I didn't. So I went in this movie with low expectations, and
This was the first time you watched it?
yeah, it was the first
okay.
time I watched it, and I had a fucking blast with it. I watched it yesterday, actually. I was just like, wow. What I liked and the goth type of thing or whatever that some people didn't care for, it didn't bother me because it fit the story.
with what's
Yeah.
his face? I didn't know it's the emo thing. Yeah,
It's the only thing that was
he
Maybe
looked
that's good.
dirty.
Sorry.
He just looked like
no. That's my biggest Yeah, that's my only real criticism with it.
Yeah,
any look in this movie is his stupid fucking hair. It was just like too flattened emo.
See, and that didn't bother me because it fit like the darkness of this movie, like his attitude and shit. He wasn't like this what do you want to call it? Like he wasn't like this pretty boy fucking like out there.
No, but I think they could have done something different with his hair and still gotten that effect.
Because he's not depressed or anything. So.
But it just kind of looked a little fake. It almost looked like he was wearing a wig, and it didn't work.
Who's to say he's? I mean, who's to say he's not? Bruce Wayne is not depressed though. I mean,
he is. He absolutely
is. He is.
His parents got murdered in front of him.
Yeah, but the thing is, he has that like darkness. It bothered me too. It wasn't just the hair. There was like they put like a shadow under his eyes, like he didn't sleep for like a million years, even though he didn't, because he's always out at night. I get that.
He doesn't sleep. He's
sleep much.
I don't know. It just threw me off.
No, I only ever 8 nice.
8 out of 10 is my rating. I like it because it was completely different. I loved how they actually showed who Batman is, a detective, Colin Farrell. Fantastic job. My only complaints for the movie is the 3 hours, unlike Endgame, which I guess there's more to it.
I had no problem with the 3-hour runtime.
No,
this is the second time I watched this movie, and I was still I was engrossed again.
Yeah, it's like a detective movie too. At the same
time. That's what Matt Reeves wanted to do. He wanted to make it a detective story.
I want to say this right now. I've been thinking about this since I watched this movie, like where it is on my Batman movie list. I don't know if it's 3rd or 4th place. Like Batman Returns is still number 1. Batman is still 1 with Michael Keaton.
No, the original.
If I like this as much as The Dark Knight. Because The Dark Knight Rises, it was good, but The Dark Knight was still so much better. So it's like a toss-up between the two. I feel I have to see The Dark Knight again, and maybe we should review that trilogy at some point.
They need to do. They need to keep this style though. I like the dark.
Yes.
And that's it's real. It wasn't cartoony like fucking Batman and Robin.
Well, I mean, they already greenlit the sequel, which I don't think was ever in doubt once it came out.
Right.
I'm kind of worried about that Joker. I didn't like that Joker.
Are you kidding me? Did you see the deleted scene?
No.
You didn't watch the deleted scene where Batman actually talks to him? He is fucking out of his mind insane, and it's awesome.
But does he look like he could play a good Joker?
Yeah.
Like
God, yeah. Like I want to see it. I really want to see it.
I didn't see him. I'm sitting there. It's on
YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's like a 5-minute scene, kind of like he has with Paul Dano, where he goes to visit him in prison because he's trying to get information from the Joker, like how the Riddler's mind works, how it might work. So he talks to the Joker.
Nice. Let's watch that after this episode. But what I was going to say too is, with this dark, like. 2 things I want to say really quick. First of all, what's his name? Robert what?
Robert
Pattinson.
I owe you an apology. You're a fucking phenomenal actor. That's 1. I no longer look at you as Sparkles. You're Batman to me. That's 1.
Phenomenal's a strong word. I don't think he had a strong
word. Batman don't have a lot of dialogue.
I have new respect for him. I thought he did great in this role, but there's not a lot of acting.
No, I agree. I thought he was going to play. He did. When they first mentioned his name, I was like, nope, there goes Batman.
So did the rest of the world.
But it wasn't bad. I mean, he's not the best Batman, but he did good. Yeah.
I do feel I did enjoy his.
Bruce Wayne's supposed to be a socialite. He's supposed to be someone who draws attention and actually like talks to people and is outgoing. Where
to hide his other side.
Yeah, it's almost like they knew he wouldn't have pulled it off well, so they didn't give him lines.
I feel like
right.
Not even that. I just feel like it's called. I mean, I know there's an animated series called The Batman. I'm sure there's a comic book called The Batman, but I feel like The Batman, with it saying that, it's more of a Batman story than a Batman Bruce Wayne story, because you got a lot of Batman. You did get a decent amount of Bruce Wayne, but you got a whole lot of fucking Batman throughout this film, which I loved. And I feel like that kind of plays a role into it, where you don't want Bruce Wayne kind of taking over too much. Like, yeah, he could have been out and about and all that shit, like how Bruce Wayne is in every other fucking Batman movie, and then telling every woman that he falls in love with, yeah, bitch, by the way, I'm Batman. It's like, nigga, shut up.
Stop giving your identity. That's one thing I'm glad he didn't do this. I thought they were going to do that. When I first seen this, I thought he was going to tell Selena
Kyle?
Yeah.
So,
she
did pretty good. I liked her as Catwoman.
I liked her a lot. I liked her. Zoe Kravitz. She was really good as Catwoman.
It fit like how this story was told. It fit the visuals. It fit like everything for it. it just worked. It just worked because if
So this is a completely different movie than how it was going to come out. Because
really,
obviously Ben Affleck was Batman before this, and it was going to continue that way. Like, he started this movie, writing it, producing it. He was going to star in it back in 2013. He was signed on for everything and eventually dropped out. That's when Matt Reeves, the director, took over, but he only would do it if they basically gave him complete creative control.
That's
So
how you got to do it.
He cut all the connections to their DC extended universe stuff like that. He didn't want that in there. And we've talked about how he liked the detective stuff. That was specifically what he was going for. He wanted to make this a Batman detective
because they say in the comics and the cartoon, Batman is the greatest detective. You know,
and it's inspired from the year 0 or year 1 comic storyline. They even talk about because if you watch them, if you pay attention to the dialogue, they talk about it being year 2. He mentions it at like the beginning. He's been doing this 2 years.
You can tell it's a younger Batman too, like because he don't have the wisdom yet. Like he got stumped. He didn't know everything. Like if you watch the anime series, when the Riddler has his things, he figured out like this, like he was a genius.
Well, the interesting part is he starts this movie with one perspective of being Batman, like he's at the beginning of his Batman career saying, I am vengeance. And then at the end, he realizes he needs to change how he approaches being Batman.
So he becomes like
He
Hope.
can't be, not vengeance, but he needs to be Hope, basically.
Yeah.
When he's helping rescue people from the rubble there at the end and he's, the overdub and everything.
Yeah. I just really enjoy, like, this movie surprised me how much I enjoyed it. That's one thing I was just like, and that's why I didn't say much in the group chat for this movie. I was like, you know what? I just told you, I was like, yo, I'm getting ready to watch the Batman right now. That's basically all I said. Because I was like, I don't want to give away how much I enjoyed this fucking film, or if I hated how much I hated this film. I mean, for us though, I will tell you guys, whoever's watching and listening to us, like for us, the way we as far as like our group chats go, when it comes to talking about these movies or discussing these movies in the background after we've all watched them, the only thing we'll really, I mean, if we hate a movie, we'll let each other like, I fucking hated this shit.
It's hard. It is difficult not to hold off on the jokes.
For a movie, yes. And I mean, another reason why we do that, though, is because we say some wild shit in the group chat that, some people might not feel comfortable with us saying out on the live. And we don't want to, we don't want to make people cry yet.
We try to refrain from that part as much as possible.
As far as that goes. But
we're not famous enough to make bad jokes about scandalous topics and be okay.
Or we're just unfamous enough to do it to where somebody's going to use the clickbait. Like, did you hear what these guys said?
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, we say.
I guess that could go either way.
Well, if that's the case, then let me take a couple more shots.
Yeah,
do it. We got to get James really wasted for one of these.
Take a shot. Take a shot. Take a shot. Come on, people, tell James to take a shot.
Do it. Do it,
James. Come on.
We need 3 people in the chat to tell James to take a shot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Take a shot.
So it's right here. We gotta get 3 people.
The show's over unless James takes another shot. Yeah. That's my stance right now.
I got another complaint before I forget.
What's that?
I did not like how they portrayed the Riddler. The outfit, I did not like it. It did not read Riddler at all.
Okay,
did that like piss you off?
Son of Sam type.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I will agree with. But I do have a question for you guys really quick. So just because you mentioned the Riddler, and I don't want to forget this. Now, you guys remember, it was like towards the end of the movie when they catch the Riddler in the cafe?
The diner?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The diner, sorry. Well, basically the same thing.
Yeah.
At the like, I guess you'd call it the bar area. I don't know what else you call that, but the bar area, the counter.
The counter.
And once they pan out, you see the question mark in the coffee cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice the green lines going around the plate? You know how the plates have the little lines going in like the circle? Did you notice that it was green? Did anybody pay attention to that?
I did not even. I did not notice that.
I don't know. I could just be pulling fucking shit out of thin air. What, you know what I mean? But I kind of feel like that's just kind of throwing something at it.
Listen,
I mean,
I guarantee that if that has to be a nod to the character in general. I set his outfit aside. Obviously, based on the comics and the movies we've seen, it is comical the kind of costume he wears. Just like green question marks all over. That's not. It doesn't fit.
His symbol. It was like a revised ? It had like extra shit.
I was totally fine with that, and I said
That was cool.
Like,
I was like,
talk
they could have put
about-
like an outfit with that on it.
we talk about Robert Pattinson being a good Batman.
Great.
What makes the movies, these superhero movies, is having awesome fucking villains.
Yeah.
And Paul Dano was fucking phenomenal.
See what I mean?
I loved his take on the Riddler. He is insane.
Yeah, he is insane. Did they change it a little bit? Because he was Edward Nygma, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Or no, but
he,
actually,
he worked for Bruce. He's like a genius or something.
Well, I mean, that's how
the cartoons.
I don't know.
But
Again,
they made him he's an orphan.
Yep.
And he didn't know how to build. Online people helped him out about the detonators, and
Okay.
it's like he was just really smart with riddles. Basically, that's all they gave off. Like he was good at strategy, like making a plan. Like he was good at that shit. But the cartoons made it like the Riddler is like a genius.
Yeah, I see the plate now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he got tons of people to follow him.
He did.
Carry out
he
plan,
did.
you know what I mean?
He did really good. I liked him too.
I hated him.
Really?
Did you really?
Yeah, I was like, I don't like his face. I don't like his suit. I don't like anything about him. Like, I thought he didn't do that great. Yeah, he's
Am I overthinking it?
No, it's green.
No, it's green.
No, that's green. And I'm sure that was intentional.
Yeah, I'm sure that was intentional.
That's literally the reason why, besides the fact that he seemed too emo-ish instead of just like a depressed dude, you know what I mean, who fucking like has some bad shit happen to him. And they just like they worked the weird fucking camera angles for those shadows on his eyes too much in his hair and like and then this Riddler, I hated it. I hated that Riddler.
I mean,
that's why it's got a 7 from me.
Some of Pattinson's hair was actually CGI'd in the one scene. I remember that. I remember when that article came out. But I thought Paul Dano was great. I loved the take on the Riddler.
You know another character I thought did really good? The Penguin.
That was another casting decision where they're like, what the fuck are they doing with this movie? Before anybody saw that. And Colin Farrell as the Penguin was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was. I like the take on him too. He's not like he has a wobble, but it's like an injury. It's not like he's like his fins, like his finger fused.
He's getting his HBO show. There's an HBO show about the Penguin coming.
That's cool. All right.
There's 2 spin-offs that are coming from this movie. That I think there's an Arkham Asylum one.
Really?
Ooh. Oh, that'll be cool.
That are going to both be HBO.
They should make it like the game. That game was insane.
That game was awesome.
Dude, it's hard for me to pick a favorite scene in this. So I love the scene where Batman is talking to the Riddler in prison after he gets picked up. Mm-hmm. Because, again, Paul Dano's acting, I thought, was great, where he's just going insane on the other side of the glass, and it's not going how he thought he wanted. And he starts yelling.
That's where Batman thought he knew his identity because how he was phrasing things.
Yeah. And the fucking car.
He knew his identity.
No, Batman thought he knew. He's like, I know who you are. He wrote it on the thing. And when he was in prison, and that's why he told Gordon, he was like, I think it's the end of the Batman.
Yep.
Because he thought he was going to slip.
But when he's talking to him in prison, he says that Bruce Wayne's the only one we didn't get.
Yeah.
Right. No, he knows it's him.
I feel like it's a little.
You think so?
Yeah.
I didn't think. I thought at first he did, but then when he said that, and that's when Bruce is like, "Oh, he don't know who I am."
It seemed like he was gonna tell, and Bruce Wayne and Batman knew that, and then he worded it. And then Paul Dano worded it like he's the only one we didn't get after he's talking about him and Batman being a team, basically.
So if you're if you're saying that he knows he is Bruce Wayne, why is he keeping it to himself? Because he lost. He said, "This is how he flipped out. It's not supposed to be how it is." Why didn't he say, "Bruce is Batman" or something like Snap?
Well, I mean that is legit one storyline that's in like every Batman movie. The villain finds out who.
You think they were foreshadowing Robin? But they seen that orphan kid a couple times where his father got killed.
That's another good thing, and it could be
because he's like staring at him. You've seen him like a few times.
The most known Robin story, because we all know there's multiple Robins, but the most known Robin story is the Dick Grayson, the Flying Grayson. So this could just be a whole different Robin
version. There's a Damian.
Yes. But Damian was his kid.
No, Damian was his kid though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying there was Todd. Todd.
Jason Todd. There you go.
Jason Todd. Yeah.
He ended up being Jason Todd. Is he the one that ended up being Red Hood?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta listen. My brother Henry tagged me in something. I gotta show you.
I don't think that was that. I think that was them just connecting the emotion of his loss and him connecting with that kid and like him. He's still
Yeah.
thinking about it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I got that. I just thought they're like, are they trying to add that, like, put that in there? Like, this could be a Robin in the future or something?
Probably. I'm sure they're planting any kind of seed they can.
So, part 2, Joker. So, is Joker going to team up with Riddler now?
I don't know.
I wouldn't be mad at that. And what I was gonna say earlier is like the way that this movie goes and like with the darkness and all that. I would love to see this villain as like a full film villain, not just like a part-time villain. Scarecrow. With
Scarecrow?
this, the way they told this
had
story,
Scarecrow in Dark Knight.
yeah, but not enough.
He wasn't the main villain though. He was
Wasn't
like
he-
Yeah, that's true.
villain.
Was he in Batman Begins or was he in what you call it?
I forgot one. I know it's one of the darker tones because he had that knapsack. It wasn't even like a Scarecrow.
It was the first one. The one
Batman
with
Begins.
Batman Begins.
Yeah,
there
with
you go, yeah.
Katie Holmes.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah, I would love to see like a darker version, like where he's killing, where he's doing a bunch of crazy shit, fucking with people, and then to where you get to see because you've seen an animated series and shit, so you see Batman under that influence of darkness, whatever scares him or whatever. You know what I mean? He has to fight those demons before he can defeat Scarecrow. But have that with this and this tone, I think it could be really dope.
You know what's funny?
That's right out of the Arkham Asylum game.
Yep.
What's funny about Batman is there's enough darkness there where you could easily make probably an awesome R-rated movie, but at the same time, I guarantee you all these studios are trying to walk that line of not doing it because they want to keep it to some extent kid-friendly because he's a superhero that kids love and have grown up on.
I would love for them to do that though. Like I would love for them to make an R-rated Batman because I feel like
what's great about
This really
movie
wasn't
is-
R-rated?
No, this was PG-13.
PG-13, I believe. Just because again with the darkness of the
It was
like,
dark. You thought it'd be very.
It
was, man.
Right?
Like
the tone that they could really go with this. Like if they can show, like you know how awesome would be, and this is probably my horror brain thinking too, but how awesome it would be to see like one of these villains actually killing, not I mean of course acting people before you guys get all crazy, but killing somebody in the films where you're seeing it like you would see it in a horror movie. So like the real torture, the real ripping apart or blood and guts of something. But in the way of that, the Joker would kill somebody, or in the way that the Riddler would set something up, or you know what I mean, to try to kill somebody or whatever, and so on and so forth.
They kind of did. They showed him like smashing the dude's head in, but not showing the head.
But I'm saying,
what he was doing.
showing the effects, like showing it happening, showing the effects.
Well, there's a lot of horror movies that don't show effects, and it's still
true. But
horror.
but there is ones that do. Or at the very least, they show they show the result of. Okay, this guy got hit in the head or stomped in the head 46 times. Let's show the result of it. Really quick, let me show you guys what Henry tagged me in, and then we'll get back to the.
I don't want to see your naked. Wow.
Wow.
Goldust raped my dad. That's just fucking hilarious.
Wow.
I hope that's real. I hope it's not like a Photoshop thing. I hope that's real.
I'm sure it's real.
That's got it. I'm sure
I'm
it's
gonna bring this. He hid it behind another one, so he's going through security.
I
don't even know if security
hang
looks
on.
signs.
James,
No,
I think you
that's
should take
one.
a shot. I think
No,
you should take
there's
a shot.
one. Someone
That
just
was
put
me.
one.
I'll do it. Shit, I'll do it again. Nobody's in here with on my end. Nobody's in here right now. I don't know what the hell people are doing.
They don't like us.
They don't love us as much. But you know what's crazy?
Let me do it as an anonymous user.
We'll do a shitty movie, and people will be in here. We're doing an actual good movie, or for you guys, maybe decent. I don't know what you guys would rate it on. Me, I think it's a really good movie. Nobody's here. People, get here. Tune in. Come on.
I guess a lot of people didn't like the Batman. The car was okay, but not. Yeah.
You know what? I really like the car. And we started talking about favorite scenes. My other favorite scene is the fucking car chase between Batman and the Penguin.
That was
that is fucking cool as
so
shit.
many people.
Yeah, man. And then when Colin Farrell's going crazy saying, "I got you" after the explosion and stuff like that, and then it just comes out of the flames. I'm like, that is just fuck. Awesome.
They did that with the tank in the other one of the movie, that whatever that movie was. Was that Begins too? The tank, the black tank. It went through fire, launched up.
I know, but it still looks fucking cool.
That might have been.
No, it was pretty cool. But you look at
I believe the
when
Joker was in that.
you see a hit and the shocks go down. You're like, no, that car would have shattered, man. It would have just blew apart. There's no way that thing was going. But no, it was okay. I'm still waiting for him to do the animated series Batman car.
And again, I still thought Colin Farrell's acting was
No, he
fantastic.
did. It was great. I really liked the Penguin. I thought it was really good acting.
The Penguin and Catwoman, my favorite parts of this movie.
Yes, yeah.
They were both
Catwoman,
awesome.
real good. I wasn't expecting much from Zoe Kravitz. I was like, you
Commissioner
know
Gordon
what?
was it was okay.
He was
I mean, I'm
okay.
sorry, I don't want to say He was above average. Let's say
yeah,
that.
he was good.
He was good. He was just kind of a tag along character almost.
He was.
I like the actor. I like the actor a lot.
The cartoon, whatever his, I forgot the last name of that guy, the main
Falcone. Dude, he is an awesome actor, and I can't think of his name. I
forgot it too. Well, he did a good job too. The scenes he was in.
Yeah, he did.
He looked like he was like he had that like he controlled the city.
Yeah,
vibe to him.
He say this, as much as shit that was given to the studio and stuff when they cast this film, it came out incredibly well.
Aaron, you can't cheat with another account.
Yes, I can.
And I also, one of the things I liked is that it set the tone early with the brutality, with the fucking train beatdown when he's beating the crap out of that gang in the train station.
He fucked them up.
It's a brutal.
He took a lot of shots from shotguns and everything.
It's a brutal movie. I love the way that and I'm not, glorifying violence in the real world, but I love the way they portrayed it in this film because the tone was awesome.
I feel like they have to, though, because, again, if you think of the tone of Batman, like the tone they give you, even with the cartoons and shit, it's like this real dark, gritty tone, but they can only do so much, especially with the cartoons, because it's like, okay, well, we got to remember we have to kind of make this still cartoony to an extent. We can make it a little more serious, but cartoony to an extent because we want to sell this, we want kids to watch this because if kids watch this and enjoy this, the parents are going to buy the toys for their kids. Yes, they're going to buy it for themselves too, but they're really going to buy it for their kids and all this other shit, the games and all this other shit. So it's like we got to kind of make it fun and cartoony, but have them serious tones where the parents are going to also sit down and watch these cartoons. And with this movie, they just take it to that next level. I just wish they could have taken it further.
It's a real fine line, man. It's a fine line to walk when you're making.
If the rumors are they're going to make the Arkham Asylum, they should make that rated R.
So, yeah, it's probably going to be if it's HBO. But what I was thinking when you guys were talking about that was that you're thinking Arkham Asylum like the games. I think this is going to be more of a take of the institution, what's happening in there, doctors interacting with criminals and all that stuff. I don't even think we're even going to see Batman, bro.
No, I thought there was going to be like a prison break. Like
I'm not mad.
No. I think it's more about the institution.
Okay.
I still feel that can be dope because I feel they can shine a light on the other villains, not just Joker, not just Penguin, not just the Riddler, not just Mr. Freeze, and whatever other ones they put in the movies, Poison Ivy. But they can also and Bane. They can also focus on like Killer Croc. You know what I mean? They can focus on Man-Bat.
A deep dive into villains, which could be fascinating.
Yeah, which would be fucking amazing.
There's a horror version.
Scarecrow.
Clayface.
Clayface. Yeah, that's another one. Fucking Scarecrow would.
Zazz.
Scarecrow can be in the. Scarecrow could easily be in the horror realm. With Batman, with a Batman movie being that borderline, if you did it with Scarecrow the right way, that really dark, rated R, fucked up, crazy shit way, it could be.
See, like Joker's like a cynical, but he does it for enjoyment, right? He has fun with it. Well, his kind of fun. But if you take somebody like Victor Zsasz and you get that whole like psychological aspect and then him like mutilating people through it, and it gets to that even darker space than this one did even. Then we're talking like real psychological thriller, fucking like fucked up. You know what I mean?
But what the tone of this, the tone I got from this film, out of every single Batman film that I've seen, I didn't see Batman vs Superman and the Justice League and all that shit. But from the ones that I've seen, I feel like this is the best one right here. Not the best overall, but the best one right here that can take that really, really dark tone. Just from how this tone was. Because they were almost there, but it's like if they put that R rating on there to where it's like, okay, we can just fucking pull this shit in here. We can really take us that next fucking level. This would be the easiest one to do it.
Again, man, if they could do an R-rated film in this tone, if they made this R-rated, I'd be so curious to see what they would have extended or how they would have changed things up a little bit. But you know what? This movie kind of made me want to go back and watch the Christian Bale movies just because I haven't seen them in so long. Now I
Same
kind of
here.
watch them again just for comparison.
We'll talk. Let's talk about it behind the scenes, but I feel like we should review those, and in that way we can kind of really, because we did. I know you weren't with us at the time, Chris, but we did the other Batman and Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin.
Yeah, we watched all those first ones.
So it's
much
like
more
we
recently.
did the Batman. So it's like, why not do the Christian Bale ones, and maybe even do Batman versus Superman and the Justice League, just so I'll watch it. Maybe we'll talk about it behind the scenes. Let's
We
talk
do
about
Justice League. We have to at least do the extended director's cut.
Snyder Cut.
Oh yeah, that's the only one I'm going to watch. Fuck the original. And I didn't like the director's cut, Snyder's cut.
I mean,
I thought it was like.
Let's save that for the possible episode, guys.
So, a couple other notes. So this movie was only made, surprisingly, the budget was somewhere between 185 $200 million. They made over almost $800 million just in theaters.
Nice.
Wow.
So financially beyond success. So sequel was guaranteed. I haven't found any specifics on the sequel. It's probably still early. I'm sure they're basically in the planning stages.
I know one thing. I'm doing this movie theater thing. That like if HBO has rights, they stream on HBO. They're making bank.
This debuted on HBO. That 700 million is still with an HBO debut because coming out during the pandemic and stuff.
That's awesome. It was smart because it was like, okay,
well,
theaters are closed and shit. Let's just.
It's not even that. And I remember actors that were suing studios over this and it being a big thing because we're all approaching the 40-year mark. This is the only time in our lifetime where we've seen any pandemic type situation like this.
Yeah.
They didn't know what things were going to be. Whatever, I forgot the studio that put this out at specifically. I don't know if it was just Warner Brothers or something smaller or something even larger. They signed specifically a streaming deal with HBO to just put all their movies straight on HBO. Because I think Dune, the actors in Dune were the people most upset with this that were suing the studio and stuff like that.
What? Didn't Scarlett Johansson do too?
Yeah, she sued Disney because Black Widow went to Disney Plus.
Yeah, she's like, you motherfuckers. Everybody else got movie release theaters.
I mean, everything was unpredictable.
And by the way, fuck you, Aaron. That movie was awesome.
Wow, James.
I like Black Widow.
I didn't like it. I gave it a 2.
Fucking Constantine?
Aaron. Oh, shit. Yo, I heard they're rebooting this. Or making a part 2, I mean.
They've been saying that for years.
No, I think it's coming true.
Constantine.
You ever seen this, Aaron?
No.
All right.
I want fucking My Name is Bruce. Come on.
Because of your dad?
I love every movie left on this wheel. Like,
I don't mind these.
Actually, I haven't watched A Million Little Pieces yet, but I want to watch that.
No, I've never seen that either.
The book was phenomenal.
I think I seen Nice Guys.
I haven't seen that either, but that got surprisingly great reviews.
That's not the one with Mark Wahlberg, right?
No, it's Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe.
Oh, there you go, Chris. You're getting ready. We're gonna see A Million Little fucking Pieces. Better be good.
It's like an indie movie. So the book was phenomenal before they found out that the guy that wrote it was kind of a fraud.
That happens.
I never heard this movie.
So it's basically about an addict trying to kick his habit. He goes to rehab. He does things his way instead of following the AA steps.
Okay.
Chris and his fascination with addicts.
Alcoholics specifically.
Oh shit. All right. That's all set.
Oh, I also liked how it ended, where you thought he was caught. You're like, okay, that's it. I like how it ended, where he didn't completely save the day, where it blew out the.
No, that's another thing about this movie. The bad guy, everything played out basically like the bad guy wanted.
Yeah.
He essentially destroyed other than murdering everyone in the arena.
Except for Batman being on his side.
Yeah.
He wanted Batman to join him.
Like he destroyed the city. It's all underwater. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a great setup for a sequel. They talk
many
about
people died in this movie.
All the crime that's going to come from that and stuff like that.
If you think about it, so many people died.
Oh yeah.
And then you see how if the second film, obviously Penguin would have to be in it.
Oh, he's already thinking about taking over.
He's going to be the one that takes over.
He's gonna be the new top dog, which I think will be awesome. But then you see some of the underlings, like maybe you possibly see Joker getting out of Arkham Asylum somehow. Maybe even.
Oh, he's about to. I heard Joker's going to be in the second one.
There's no way they introduced him to not have him play a role.
Yeah, he's going to be in it.
I'm not mad.
You'll
And
see.
this is something to where once the sequel comes out, I hope it's as good as or better than this one, so that they can make a third one and possibly a fourth one. But again, I want them to start introducing other characters, like I was saying, like Scarecrow, Killer Croc, and all that other stuff when they make these Batman movies. Like, stop! Don't get me wrong, I love the fucking Joker, but we don't need him coming back.
You know what it is? They make it too many. There's so many different ones, and the thing is, I compare them. Like, this is going to be a brand new Joker. Now I'm going to compare him. Like, is he better than, for one, Jared Leto's? I didn't like.
I didn't mind Jared
Ledger. Heath Ledger's was awesome. I think
he's going to be by far. He'll probably be the benchmark for as long as they make Batman movies now. If they include a Joker,
yeah. Who else?
Agreed.
Now that the movie Joker, how you did the mental twist of it.
Joaquin Phoenix.
He was okay for that type of Joker.
I haven't seen that yet. I gotta watch.
Oh, you never seen the Joker? Okay.
No. They're making I know they're making a sequel. I don't know what. Last I heard, it might be a musical with Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn.
Oh, I hope not. Musical. What the fuck? But no, that movie, The Joker, it's a total different. You didn't expect. It's straight up mental, like inside his head, shit. Totally different thing. I thought he was like the Joker. He's gonna fucking.
Maybe I'll watch that tomorrow.
It's interesting.
But for as long as we live, there'll be Batman movies.
Oh, constantly. But they keep changing the character. Like you said, the Joker's number one favorite villain all times.
But
they are different types. They are going to burn out, and you're gonna be like, oh, another Joker.
Interesting question: who has better villains, Marvel or DC?
Oh, okay. If it's by character, or you're talking about like a team, because
I don't know. I throw this out there, but I also don't. I in no way pretend to know the comics.
Here's the thing: the DC comics, the villains are more.
I think they're more
majority of them are
and violent,
like more like the normal human side. Marvel is amped up fucking aliens.
Yeah, DC has the villain. Yeah, DC has, I think, the villains without the like magic and abilities and stuff like that. Like the more down to earth, gruesome type villains.
It'll be, I think, Batman villains.
I think that's why I feel like that's why with DC, I feel like DC is just overall. I mean, obviously, Batman is a huge part of the reason why, but overall, DC, I feel like is darker than Marvel is. I could be wrong because I don't know. Just from what I see,
all the DC movies are definitely darker than Marvel movies, and that's fine.
But Marvel also has like the powers. You know what I mean? Like you guys were saying.
So that's what it is. It's always powers against powers, where DC is always people against people. You know what I mean? Nobody really has powers.
Yeah, DC has more.
Mr. Freeze doesn't have powers. He just has a gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you have your.
Ivy's the only one who really has powers in like
you have your Flash, you have your Superman and shit like that, and the aliens from Superman and all that. But for the most part, it's people versus people.
Peace, James.
He has to take a shot when he comes back, just for the disturbance.
He does. You know what? That's fair.
No, but hungry.
What else did I find about this? So Matt Reeves, the director, wrote this movie with Pattinson in mind, actually, as Batman. But it was seriously considered that they might use Nicholas Hoult, who was in the X-Men movies and stuff like that. He was close. It was down to him. I forgot what characters he played. It was down to just him and Robert Pattinson at one point.
Yo, as soon as you said Nicholas, I thought you were gonna say Cage. I would have been like,
nope. Oh, he was Hank McCoy in X-Men First Class.
Yep, that's what it was.
You terrified.
He was
he's the one that gets together with the blue chick,
Mystique.
Well, he kind of wanted to, but
right.
Yeah. He was Beast.
Oh, okay, he was Beast. That's right. So it was almost him.
Yeah, he was the one who wanted to, but she ended up going with Magneto.
That's right.
Loving on that magnetic pole.
And And then
On
here's
his lightning rod.
a fun story. So Robert Pattinson auditioned for the movie using Val Kilmer's original bat suit.
That's crazy.
But the headpiece didn't work, so he used George Clooney's head.
That's funny.
So they let him actually put that shit on from those movies and to audition for this.
That's funny. That's interesting. That's very interesting.
No bat nipples were present.
We didn't need any.
OBS crash. He'll be back. He said.
James will be back. People, his OBS crashed.
Of course, Jeffrey Wright, the guy that plays Gordon, first actor of color to portray Chief Gordon. But there's never anything that indicates that he was supposed to be white, other than how he's actually drawn in the comics, I guess. So, and Jeffrey Wright's a great actor. I love him.
Yeah.
He's
He's
awesome.
okay. Like I said, I wish he had a little bit more to do with the
There
situation
wasn't-
in the story.
I think that's the thing with this Gordon. He wasn't a bad Gordon, but he wasn't in the like.
He's not. He's an accessory to the story. He's not a main point or anything like that in this movie.
Oh, I guess he's just the handler for.
Yeah, he's just Batman's
Gotham,
handler,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
But who's to say he won't have a bigger role in one of the sequels?
but he's not commissioner here either. He was just a detective.
No, Lieutenant.
Oh, lieutenant,
That's
yeah.
right. He wasn't even commissioner yet.
So maybe the
He
next
was
film
a
he's commissioner.
captain.
Yeah,
Right.
so maybe the next film he's Commissioner Gordon,
How
and
did
then you see him a little more. Like you see him have more of a prominent role, and he kind of. Which is cool.
I
though,
bet that
because
character they'll definitely develop that character with more movies.
what I was gonna say, what's cool about that is when you see Gordon, he's already Commissioner Gordon as we know him. He's not like because this is a young Batman, so we're usually seeing an established Batman and an established Gordon. We're never seeing like that young Batman just starting, like you said, year 2. Like you guys said earlier in the episode, this is year 2.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
it
in
means-
Gotham, the TV show was as.
Yeah, but he wasn't Batman. He was Bruce Wayne. He wasn't Batman yet. But you do have a very great point there.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying as like him making that transition into being Batman, and then as far as Gordon just being Gordon, you know what I mean? Like he obviously started pretty young. Obviously started young and built up his resume to be commissioner. And this guy starting, and just kind of. So I like that. I like that a lot actually.
And I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, there's no it was the commissioner the police commissioner that got killed by Riddler.
Mm-hmm.
James, you have to take a shot because your computer cut out on you. That's the rule.
Yeah, we all agreed on that when
You
we
hear-
left.
Yeah, you got to take a shot now.
Can you hear us?
Hold on.
Oh, just got louder.
Hear me?
Yep. Yeah.
Sure. Sure. By the way, we haven't
Now
done
we
this
can't
yet.
All right.
Now,
Can't hear you now.
Are you
Say
saying
something, James.
Oh, you can't?
oh, I
Now we
can't.
can.
Yeah, you're good. Can you fucking hear us? You're not
All right.
giving us a reaction.
I hear you.
Oh, he's chugging. There you
There
go,
we
chug.
go. All right.
I'm not mad at that.
Oh, double dose.
There you go. There you go. See, this is what I love about my white friends. Is you just tell them to drink, they're just gonna do it. Like they don't know. See, I didn't even ask him to. He just did it. Versus
Sorry.
like, to an extent, I'll say my minority friends. To an extent, depends on who it is. You tell them to drink,
Minority
they'll be like,
friends.
nigga, nah, I don't feel like it. But white people though, shit. You ain't gotta tell me twice, buddy.
Well, I took that gulp, and there was like a little bit left. I'm not gonna save that. So I was like, fuck,
But
I'll
no,
just finish it.
so what's everybody drinking tonight? I'll start because we didn't do this earlier, and I want to do a cheers.
A
take
lot.
sip of it. I am drinking in my popcorn and pints murder mug. It's Minute Maid, lemonade Minute Maid, chocolate punch Kool-Aid, and 3 shots of 100 proof vodka. That's what I have, and it's fucking delicious.
I've just got some summer ale.
I'm not mad at that. James,
Let's see. I had peanut butter whiskey. I had a butterscotch shot. I had this 2 Chicks vodka lemon basil sparkling
Uncupped.
drink, and now I'm on this mango milkshake machine IPA.
He is mixing all kinds of stuff up. That's
worst Dame. Worst Dame. What are you
Hell
doing?
yeah.
over there?
he's
Chardonnay.
chugging from straight
Yeah.
from the
All
bottom.
right. So I want to say
He's drinking
cheers to my
fancy.
P&P brothers. Cheers to you guys,
Just-
and let's take a sip.
I was a little preemptive. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's so good.
So good. Once it hits the lips, it's so good.
It really is, yo. It really is. I'm feeling nice too off the shot of
So-
pop really did it for
Yo,
me.
this
Here's some other crazy casting news. Back when they were still looking for who was going to be the villains, Jonah Hill initially was in negotiations to play either the Riddler or the Penguin. Like it wasn't quite decided yet. But he left negotiations like after a month, basically because he wanted too much money. He wanted like 10 million. Robert Pattinson was making
I
like
can't.
5.
I can't see him playing the Penguin at all.
No, I
The
don't
Riddler,
think. After watching this, I thought Paul Dano was great. He was insane, and I enjoyed
I
it.
don't know. I could see him as the Penguin. Have you seen the
Really?
movie War Dogs? Yeah.
yeah.
Like, and
I've
then
seen
him
that.
in Wolf of Wall Street, he has that, like, he can do that funny Weasley kind of, gangster.
The dark, like the mafia, he can do that.
Yeah, I think he could pull a little Weasley mafia guy.
Oh, okay. I mean, I won't. If he did it, it is what it is. I'll check it out, and I hope he does good. But
Fun note about Zoe Kravitz. We talked about how much we liked her as Catwoman. She voiced Catwoman in the Lego Batman movie
Good shit for
back in
her.
2017.
she's gonna be known as the new Catwoman now. They're
I'm fine
gonna reboot Catwoman, and she's gonna be the star.
How many did they have
wanted-
already? Was it just no? It was Halle Berry and Michelle Pfeiffer, right?
Yeah.
From what I and I mean, if you count the girl from
Anne Hathaway.
is she the one who did the series?
No, she was in the movie. She was in
Okay, so
the
Anne Hathaway. And then if you count the girl that was in the TV series,
Oh, she was a youngin' though.
I gave up on the TV series after a season.
I was so good.
I enjoyed it. I was mad that they just stopped doing it.
Gotham.
Gotham, that's what
yeah.
that was good.
So another scene I really enjoyed was the hallway fight when he goes up the elevator after he cuts the power and he's trying to get the Falcone. That's fun. But I feel like that's becoming like an overused staple almost with every superhero thing. There's always this long hallway fight.
Yeah.
And they basically try to spice it up by just the change in the lighting. Like it started with, I don't know where it started with. Maybe it was the Daredevil TV show, and like the first season he has one. And that's like a legit continuous 5-minute shot that they do, and it was fucking awesome. And I feel like since then that's popping up more and more when it comes to these like
more than it needs to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the Matrix started doing that whole high combat, fucking quick in a tight space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was still cool, but I feel like it's almost going to become overused.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it is already overused, but I feel like as long as it, I guess, quote unquote, fits the movie or fits the theme of the movie, and you're already like into it, it's not going to really bother you too much. You're not going to really think of it too much until you're doing what we're doing right now, which we're discussing it. And then once you discuss, you're just like, we could have done without this. They could have just did a fight scene anywhere else or in any type of thing, not just this long hallway, like you're saying, type of fight scene. But it works, I guess.
Oh,
I kind of like the other, like some of the outdoor fight scenes where he's like hopping around them and shit like that. Like that was kind of cool. That gave me a little bit of the vibe of like the game, like James was saying too.
Yeah.
Me again. I'm back.
Yep.
I think it's reads. I'm taking up.
I think that means another shot for James, right? His computer.
I'm assuming it's Google Chrome. So I just copied the link and I put it in Edge, wherever the fuck this thing is called. So hopefully it don't freeze no more. Because I think Google Chrome ads are trying to pop up. So hopefully I fixed it. So I should be good.
If we can get James to take another shot, I'm never going to say no to that.
No.
All right.
There it is.
Just right there, people. This is what I'm talking about. He's shaking his head no. Like,
How many bottles do you have just within reach?
All right. This is the maple whiskey now.
Nice. How is it?
Peanut butter's better.
Peanut butter's better?
Just because I love peanut butter.
How many bottles do you have just within your arm rest?
Oh, here's another one. It's orange vanilla twist Captain Morgan.
How is it?
That's delicious, yo. I got 5 bottles.
Damn. When you drink that, you pour it over ice?
I drink it fucking just by itself, man. You know, I know good. If honestly, if you put this with vanilla ice cream, it'll taste like a creamsicle.
Ooh.
I believe that.
100%. No, believe it. It's 100%.
No, I
believe
I'm not
you.
saying you're lying. I believe
No,
you. I just,
he's not arguing.
100%.
I did not. I didn't argue. Listen, I agreed. I believed it. Jay, listen, no, nigga, listen. I'm telling you, he didn't say that. People, I said it.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgot this one too. The Kraken rum.
Never had that. How was that one?
Spicy.
It's spicy. It kind of tastes like it's already mixed with like cola. It's like
a spicy cola.
Yeah, it's like kind of like a
Spicy colon?
like a rum and coke, but with cheap cola, not like Coca-Cola. Like you got like RC or something.
Ah.
Like Pepsi,
Cola.
like Pepsi.
RC cola.
I think it's like Pepsi and rum. That's what
I miss Surge.
I got like
Tropical Fantasy.
I got like 15 bottles.
Do they still make Tropical Fantasy?
I'm not sure.
You know what we should do? We should all do an episode where we all get hammered on Four Locos because I think we'd go insane.
I would throw up.
The last time I did that, I did 2 of them. And I'm like, these are nothing. I'm like, they're kind of nasty. I don't like the taste of them.
I've never had one.
I guess what kind of flavor you'll get. The flavors I had were kind of nasty.
You really never had a Four Loco, Chris? Really?
Nope.
They were cheap, man, and high percent alcohol.
Yo, I remember one night, right? So I was living up near, you guys know where Balltown Road is.
Yeah.
And if you go up Central Ave, you know where that Speedway is?
Yep.
Like, I used to live on one of those side streets right behind where the Speedway is. And nigga, we would go up there, like it'd be me, my brother, my cousin when he was there, and my brother Mike. Go up to that Speedway. Well, it was Hess at the time. So that shows you how
old school Hess. There you go.
Yes. Not mainly, maybe Speedway like later on or early on Speedway, but definitely Hess. Go up there, grab 4 Locos or whatever, and just go chill. Yo, I remember I grabbed like 2 or 3 of them one night because they were like fucking $3 and like 12% alcohol. Sweet as shit. Like it was one of those things where you drink one of them, you drink 2 of them, you may have a stomach. Like I drank 3 of them. My stomach, you get like that from having too much you get like that fucking pit stomach. It's just like it feels like just like a knot in your stomach. It's like right here.
You get drunk and diabetes at the same time.
Exactly.
Yo, I threw up so fucking much from those. Like I've had them so many times.
I never puked. My thing was I had 2 of them and I drank them fast. I mean, the 2 tall, the big, they came in big cans.
Yeah. Because they came in a tall can. That's
I drank both of them within a half hour because for one, it was nasty, but also like a Kool-Aid, like a cough syrup flavor. I don't know. It's kind of like juicy flavor. So I downed them like within a half hour. And I was like, oh, this is nothing. Yo, when they hit,
they're crazy.
They both hit at the same time.
I'll say this. Stories from a bar, a.k.a. Caucasian Chris, a.k.a. Crackers.
The 4 Loco episode.
I'll say this. I will do a 4 Loco episode if you guys will or whatever, but not a bunch, just one. Just one 4 Loco.
You know what's on the market now is alcoholic Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I seen that too. Yeah.
All right, let's do that instead then.
They're making everything fucking up.
I can't wait for all this marijuana shit to fucking settle down and everything, the prices to like regulate. Because I was looking at a menu, $7 for a can of fucking hemp seltzer. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
When I was in Vermont,
112-ounce can? Fuck out of here.
Yeah, so when I was in Vermont, the brewery I was at had not that marijuana. They had the CBD one.
Yeah.
It was like $7. It was like a sparkling water. It was seltzer.
Yeah.
And it wasn't bad, but it was high percent. They put a high percent.
Okay.
It was like a when it kicked in, I wouldn't say not high. You don't feel.
Yeah, no, it was CBD.
Yeah, you feel
like that relaxed.
I just felt like a little relaxed, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Fucking.
I would never buy it again. It was just I had to try it. It was there.
Yeah. When I was out in Colorado, the sodas, and it wasn't CBD. This was THC sodas. Them shits were fucking awesome. Like if you smoke first and drink one of them sodas.
That's what bothers me. I want to know how strong they are. So every time I ask someone about that, they're like, "Yo, I had one of those and I smoked." I'm like, no, you're not supposed to smoke with it, motherfucker. I want to know how it is by itself. I ask it every time I ask someone. They're like, "Yo, I smoked before or right
James,
after."
and I mean, in my defense, even though I probably do this either way, but in my defense, I was on vacation, so I'm like, I'm gonna come out here and have a good time.
Aaron doesn't remember his vacation. He just knows he went to Colorado.
No, I remember it. Like I didn't get that tore up because there was time. My nephews or my nephew. Put it this way, if Henry moved out to Colorado, and this was back when before Henry was married and had kids, and I went out there before I was married and all that shit, it would have been a wild fucking time. It would have been a crazy time. It would have been stories that I'm like, you know what? We'll talk about this off the air type of stories. Yeah. But it wasn't that, and I had an amazing time out there. But
I'll go to Colorado, but I won't fly. I'll have to drive.
Hey, let me ask you, did you get headaches from the altitude?
Didn't bother me at all.
Really? I've been to Colorado once, and I was getting headaches for at least.
I heard people.
Some people do. Some people get like headaches. Some people get stomach aches and shit. He was like, "You may have the shit for the first few days." I was like, "Nigga, that's nothing new to me."
Man, I remember. I was like,
that's my everyday life, man.
I was like 13, 14 when I went out there to visit some family, and I was getting just random headaches those first couple days.
Was this before or after your uncle tickled you, though?
Oh, before.
That's why.
It's much more enjoyable as an adult.
We didn't even have to do that, but we did it.
Yeah.
But no, it was a good time out there, though. If you can go, I mean, as far as traveling,
Colorado's awesome.
It's real nice out there. It's fun out there, and I'm not even talking about just because the marijuana. It's just fun. People.
No, I heard it's just nice. It was nice out there.
It's just a beautiful state.
It was a great time.
It's a good place to go hiking and shit like that.
Like I don't like baseball, but I remember going to a Rockies game, and that it was just fucking cool. I wasn't old enough to drink at the time, but
I don't like baseball enough. Even if someone gave me free tickets, I'm like, I can't do it unless free drinks.
I won't watch it on TV. It's boring as shit. I'm not a baseball fan, but if I go to, I don't mind going to a game. It's cool because I can, snack and drink and
that's the only thing
I talking to the people around you.
Honestly, as much as I love football, I feel the same way about football. Is going to a live game. I don't really care to go see the game in person because I feel like you get the best views. And again, I understand that.
I want to watch that shit on my big ass fucking TV on my couch.
Don't get me wrong, because I understand the atmosphere and all that shit is different, but I just don't care to see football live. Because I'm like, it's not like, for example, real quick to throw that out there. Drag racing, I rather see it live than on TV because I like the smell, I like the atmosphere, I love being the sound, like everything about it. But football, I just feel I'm like, I mean, yes, it's
I need the fucking announcer to tell me what's happening.
But I'd rather just, sit at my own home or wherever I'm at, have a couple drinks, smoke, eat, chill, see the actual fucking game right up close with the cameras and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the commentary and then being able to break it up and have like the pauses, even though we hate commercials or whatnot, when they cut away, it cuts out of some of the shit that you're just sitting there waiting for something to happen on the field. You know what I mean? When you're live.
That's the quick. Again, going back to when I lived at that spot, it's because I had the dish. So it's the bathroom break. It's the quick, run up to Hess and let's grab another fucking 12-pack or whatever. Or grab the, what I mean? We didn't get to grab it because, we started.
The let's forget it's Sunday at all run.
Yeah. It's funny because not every time, but 9 times out of 10, when we would plan these things, we'd have food, this, that, and the third. It's like, all right. But we're all last minute. You're taking your sweet time to do shit. You just take, you know what I mean? Like, you know what? I know I plan on getting up at 9 o'clock in the morning to start getting ready, but I'm going to get up at 11. And then I'm not going to leave my house till fucking 12. And
they
then
don't get at 11.
They don't get that, dude. That's not how that rolls.
Get up what the fuck are you talking about? Get up at 11.
They got shit to do.
What about 6 the latest?
Yeah, 6, 7 o'clock is what normal people do. If you want to be ambitious, you get up at 5, 5:30, 4:30.
That's what
I'm getting up at 4. I get up at 4 on work days.
Well, no, overtime is 5:30.
No,
you're talking CP time. They don't understand CP time.
I'm talking about the weekend for a football, like getting ready to go watch football with your boys and shit.
And
they don't get that. They don't get that. They're doing laundry. They're washing clothes. They're balancing the checkbook. They're checking their credit scores.
That's true.
Yeah,
he just checked off everything on our checklist.
Yo, listen. CP time is ridiculous, and CP time's even worse when you know that your boys stayed up late gaming or stayed up to like 3, 4 in the morning doing whatever the fuck they were doing. You know that I showed up till about They'll show up at 1 o'clock on the dot when their game is about to kick off. Like, yo, you're in room number 2. Go back there. You know where you're at. Your team's on. Blah blah blah. We'll get the beer at halftime. We'll send somebody to get the beer at halftime or that long commercial break.
Well, now we can add gambling to that. So thank you, New York.
Yes. Well, you can do that right from your phone. So
Yeah, I know exactly.
Instead of going to the fucking casino.
It's true.
I know we got way off topic off the Batman guys, but
I think we covered everything. I love this movie. I thought it was great.
I liked it.
I'm sticking with my 8.5. I can't wait to see where they take the sequel. We gotta watch this deleted scene with the Joker because I just assumed.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll do that after the live. Can you look it up on your YouTube, Chris? Send it to me in the chat down here, and I'll pull it up.
I never seen the deleted scene. I didn't know there was a
stick with your 7.
I'll stay at 8. If they did a better portrayal of like how the Riddler looked. And the emo thing bothered me a little bit, like just the hair, like you said. It just
I agree. I think they could have done better with his Bruce Wayne look.
Yeah, but it's fine. But it did take away from the movie. I like the detective, the dark part of it. I thought it was really interesting. It was like the detective side. It wasn't just like, oh, the bat signal, and he just runs over there and just kicks someone's ass. It's like a think. It's like talking to trying to solve the puzzles. You know, I liked it. So I think they did really good. I think if there's a part 2, they need to keep it like this. Keep it the same tone. Don't.
I assume there's an Arkham break coming in part 2 just to get the Joker out.
Oh, he got to get out somehow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick, guys.
You think it's gonna be Harley Quinn?
I don't know what they're gonna do, but I'm very curious to see.
I hope so. Yeah. I got to do this. I got to do this. So people, give us.
Remember, she was part of the psych team that was taking care of Arkham.
Yeah, that's right.
She fucking twisted her mind.
Yeah, that's right.
Now this movie here definitely deserves Sir Sturdy's stamp of approval. Yeah, bang.
Wow.
I really enjoyed that shit. I just made it up today, literally.
Let me send you a stamp sound I got. I got like a whole fucking MP3.
Like it was fucking notarized. Clank.
Yeah, it's like bam.
Sturderized.
There you go.
No, this came out way better than I thought. I was really like, oh no, what the fuck are they doing?
I have no doubt this exceeded probably everyone's expectations once they cast Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
And, all right, really quick.
Well, not even just that, just because how they're doing the Batmans, like the Ben Affleck Batmans. I was like, oh no, they're doing another one. What they're going to do?
I was kind of hoping to see it, honestly.
So worst
like Ben Affleck's?
The Ben Affleck continuation, yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad. I
don't know.
Because remember, he's also playing an older Batman.
I know, but it's still,
you know
I don't know. So it's not against him. It's just like the style of the movie, how it was.
And honestly,
like, it was missing something. It was like missing a key element.
Honestly, that might still be up in the air. He might still do another one, for fuck's sake. Every time there's a Batman article that comes out, it says he's going to do it. The next one says he's not. The next one says he is. He's still involved to some extent.
If they do it, they should do the Apocalypse version. After, his visions.
There's
taking place there.
Like, I don't follow the comics, but I know there's enough different Batman storylines age-wise. You can fucking have them.
There are so many versions.
They can have multiple different Batman universes going.
Yo, do you know you can take college courses about the whole psyche behind Batman, Joker, and all that shit?
Really?
Can you really?
That's dope.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
All right.
Now, when you get out of the class, does it warp your mind?
They use the aspects of like. In human psychology, the differences and the tangents that they have within their branches of how they think and process things as far as Batman and Joker go, because of how contrasting they are. You got the one who's righteous and trying to do the right thing, and then you got the other one who's completely detached,
it's the yin and the yang.
Sentiment, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. One person was altered from a tragedy, the other person has issues within his childhood, but not the same type deal where he was abused or all this other stuff, you know what I mean? And that takes a life of crime.
And so the thing is, they're connected. They live for each other too. It's like,
they do.
Just the fucking like he's trying to catch the Joker.
Bro,
Joker
no,
likes Batman, fucking with Batman, and like that one. What was that anime? They did a good thing about that where they're like sitting there and the Joker said it because they're like, "What happens if you kill me?" Like I think someone asked him, and he sat there. He was puzzled. I don't know because his main goal was Batman. It's like his main thing. The Joker's obsessed with Batman.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And Batman was
No.
obsessed with Joker, but take him out and like get him off the streets.
True. True.
But I still can't believe so this is what kills me about this dark version of Batman. Batman is supposed to save people. So many fucking people died in this movie. And I'll just talk about the car. He was part of the car chase that killed so many people.
But what?
Okay, fucking I was like, yo, Batman don't kill people. He just murdered so many people.
There's a lot of casualties in this movie.
That's in any type of because Batman's not necessarily a superhero because he doesn't have any powers, so he's a hero / vigilante. But that's it. But that's in any type of quote unquote hero movie. Like you watch the Avengers, fucking whole cities are getting destroyed. I'm like, niggas are just imagine we're working, and then boom, fucking Superman or not Superman, sorry, Iron Man
blows apart.
And it's like, fuck, we're down at it'll be the one day when we're working in the office, and that's where all the wild shit's going on. Like, yo, I knew I should have fucking called out today. Like, I knew I should have called out today. Fuck. So it's funny that you bring it up, and it's funny that we joke about it. I know how Marvel kind of brought it up in the movies with the Marvel universe nowadays, but like you don't think about it when you're watching the movies. You don't think about it, especially as a kid with the cartoons, the buildings blowing up and shit. You don't think about those potential lives that could have been in there. And I noticed with like Batman, not all the time. Again, not all the time. But if you watch the cartoons, a lot of the shit happens at night. So when damn near nobody's in there. But Superman,
like no one's on the streets.
I mean, there's a few people on the streets, but there's not people in the buildings so much, depending on what type of building it is. Like if it's a bank.
Oh, like a skyscraper, like a business building.
Yeah.
Like Superman gets thrown through the fucking building, the whole building.
No. That shit's during the day. That shit is during like he's just not fighting on weekends when the state's closed. That motherfucker's fighting any.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Batman all time. I was obsessed with Batman. He was like my favorite superhero until Deadpool came in. So now I get to say, Batman is my favorite DC superhero.
Okay,
and Marvel's Deadpool, and they're both anti-hero, vigilante type. Well, not anti-hero.
I'm not mad at that.
Batman's not anti-hero. He's vigilante.
He's a vigilante.
Yeah, he's definitely vigilante. Though.
By the way, we're doing both Deadpool movies in August.
Oh yes, I'm glad you mentioned that. So, we're talking about it behind the scenes. Hang on.
James, while he's looking for that, to your point though about how many people were killed, you got to remember this is early on, year 2. He hasn't completely developed his code yet, and he hasn't processed.
Yeah, that's true.
Let him to be Batman, so he's on zero fucks given. I got to do the job. Yeah, I ain't doing it. I'm gonna do it my way.
Right. I keep forgetting. This is year 2. I keep totally forgetting that.
So this is that pivotal point where he starts to make that transition, like Sturdy was saying, and saving kids and being hope.
Yeah.
So now he's like, this is almost like in the Christopher Nolan movies when he said, "I have to be more."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is his realization of that.
You're right. That makes total sense. Because this is like he had that motto, like then he made that thing where I don't kill. It just gets on because he's trying to save people.
Don't use guns.
Don't use guns. That bothered me with Ben Affleck, that fucking visions where he's using guns. I was like, Batman, don't use guns. Even though there is a comic, Batman uses guns.
So in Injustice, he goes ape shit when Superman turns bad and tries to take over everything. That's why they brought that
By the way, there's a fucking samurai Batman.
Oh, yeah.
Is there really?
Yeah, and I think HBO has it. It's an animated movie, isn't it? They made Samurai Batman. I didn't watch it yet. But I'm like, what the fuck? Now there's a samurai Batman.
That's how long he's been around. He's a samurai.
Okay, I'm still going to say this. They should make a Batman Beyond movie.
Yes. I've been telling like the world that putting out in the universe for fucking
literally any hardcore Batman fan I think has been putting that out into the universe.
They made every version, but they can't make. You could go anywhere with the fucking Beyond. You can hire
You know-
all these young actors now because he takes over for Bruce. You can have any young fucking actor.
As a matter of fact, this would be a perfect fucking time to do it because you have, no disrespect to the legend, Michael Keaton. Boom.
He's
Bruce
coming
Wayne.
back. Yeah, man. I feel like they got to be going in that direction. They
And
have
then
to.
you have just so I would rather them have a young actor, dark hair, whatever. That's a good actor, but that's unknown or not very well known to play that Batman, that Terry McGinnis character, and just kind of build off of that. But somebody being young, you know what I mean?
See, I want to see either Ben Affleck or
Batman Ninja. There you
Oh man.
go.
yeah, I want to see either Ben Affleck or fucking what's his face that just did, or Michael Keaton be the ones that does the Bruce Wayne for Terry McGinnis.
Yes, yeah. I guess I'll go with the Ben Affleck doing that. He
I-
seems like a teacher type. Like he's
He
like
does-
an asshole.
But I say that because I feel like he also has the size. Michael Keaton doesn't seem like a big guy. Old
No,
Bruce Wayne
no.
is still a big guy.
You don't necessarily.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be big though.
No,
And
but
the
just
reason-
this is the comic image I have in my head.
Dude,
though.
I can't believe
I'm
they're
not mad.
coming. Yeah, I
The
can't
reason I
believe
said
they're-
those two is because they're closer to that age of, you know what I mean, that he would be in or
Yeah.
whatnot. Easier to make him
And
look like that.
And the reason why I lean towards Michael Keaton, again, I've never seen the ones with Ben Affleck. I haven't seen those yet, so it's
Okay.
not even that. It's more so of the nostalgia factor for people our age and a little older, and maybe a little people our age, older, and then maybe a little younger than us that are just like, oh shit, like they brought back Batman from Batman and Batman Returns.
Yeah,
They
but
brought
here's
back-
the thing:
Michael Keaton.
when they brought him back, it was the same outfit, like it's like old school, that his regular suit.
That's fine though.
But here's
Has
the
he
thing,
shown up in anything yet since he's been brought back in? I don't think so. I think the
Who,
Flash
what's the-
movie was.
Marvel has him. Marvel has him as the fucking Vulture.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about as Batman. First off,
that movie hasn't come out yet.
Sony's Marvel has him as the Vulture.
Yeah, Sony's Marvel. You're right.
But since he's signed on to do the Batman again, has he shown up in anything yet? I don't think he has. I think the Flash movie was supposed to be the first thing he shows up in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the time jump thing. What's it called? Paradox.
Flashpoint.
Flashpoint. Thank you.
Which, yo, have you guys, speaking of Flashpoint Paradox, have you guys seen that, the animated version of that?
Yes.
You have not seen that? Go watch that shit. That shit was fucking phenomenal. And that's one thing. So here's what I gotta say. DC, the way you did this movie right here, at the level this movie was at, in my opinion, this is what you need to do. Throw Aquaman in the garbage, shit on it, flush it down the trash.
Flush him
Start
down the
over.
toilet like you do a goldfish.
Matter of fact, I would say with Aquaman, just do a Justice League movie. He doesn't need his own shit. And pick a whole new Aquaman.
Part 2 is coming out. You're not gonna watch part 2?
Only if we review it.
Yeah, same here. I'm not gonna fucking watch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
Unless, I mean, I'll watch it if the
I
wife
gotta
is
get
like,
drawn in because here's the thing. Here's my problem. I'm drawn to horror movies. It has to
Same.
be like really special for me to go. I have to check that out.
Hey,
Aquaman.
Janae, how you doing, girl? We hear you.
Hey, girl.
Trying to get her to make me some rice. I'm getting hungry.
He's starving. Feed this poor man.
This is
He said,
okay. I got a buzz going.
wasting
You know,
away.
you know, what'd be good right now?
Well,
Pizza or Chinese food? Both.
That all sounds
Oh.
delicious. Actually, now I'm getting hungry. I think we should wrap this up. Watch that the Joker scene, and then I can go eat. We can all go eat.
Sounds good to me.
All right, Ronell,
You
you
told
didn't
me
get
I
to
should have
this
pulled my
time?
meat out.
No, well, he can do that when he's
Yeah.
off camera. You asked me about that.
That is not an on-camera activity.
not
Real
that
men
night.
don't pull out.
This isn't
Real men don't pull out.
OnlyFans. This is popcorn and pints.
James
Yeah,
said real
yeah.
men don't pull out.
Nope.
I'm not talking about that kind of meat, James.
Listen,
What
listen.
meat you eat?
Hey, people
Well,
never-
don't girls eat it?
Just don't bite down.
Never mind.
You don't want to bite down on that.
See. Let's wrap this one up.
Jesus
And I don't
Christ,
mean
man.
with a
Popcorn
condom.
and penises. I mean pints.
So again, people, this Friday, July 22nd, there's Casters for Charity, a cause for charity. Casters for a cause. I'm feeling the alcohol now. Casters for a cause.
He's
12-hour
stumbling all over himself verbally.
for charity. Tune in for it, people. It's Friday, July 22nd. It's going to be an amazing event. It's from 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern time to 12 a.m. Eastern time, and Chris is over there rocking. But it's an awesome event for a World Central Kitchen for Sandy Hook Promise. Tune into it, guys. Horror 30 will be there at 9 o'clock Eastern time reviewing the movie Sledgehammer. Why are we doing that movie? Because Mick said it's going to be worse than Blood Lake. So why not review it on...
That's a high bar.
I don't think it's going to be worse than Blood Lake, but why not review that on the Scene Snobs and have a great fucking time and do it for a great fucking cause.
Yo,
Okay?
I'm so glad I forgot the name of the movie. That made me so mad.
Oh, I remember it. I remember
it.
It took me weeks.
Who's Keith David? He looks so familiar.
He's in so many fucking movies,
Yeah.
man.
He played Gargoyles, the main one, Goliath.
Yep, Goliath.
The voice from Goliath. He's in a lot of shit. He's a great bad guy character, evil type of character. He's a really good actor.
Okay.
But Keith David's gonna be there.
The one that
Squidward.
Squidward to play Squid. The one right here, James Marston. What is his main character? He played
He was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yes, thank you. He was Spike, right?
Spike, yep.
Spike, yes.
Thank you.
Spike.
I couldn't
So,
fucking. I was like, who the? I was like, I know I see.
Dude, if I'm not mistaken, I thought he had some kind of sexual allegations against him.
I
don't know.
I don't know that well.
I don't know his name without having facts, but maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I'll tell you who doesn't. Sir Sturdy doesn't. Buy some merch. Come on,
R. Kelly does.
Yeah, he does. and again, and shout out to James because this was your idea. Actually, I'm gonna have a notebook or something. You guys write down your email and you write down a movie you would like to see us review, or you can come on and review it with us, writing down your email and writing down the movie. And I'll make a Fandom Fest wheel, and if the wheel gets picked and when the movie gets picked, I will email you the day of or the day after, which will be either a Wednesday or a Friday. Hey, this movie's going to be reviewed on, boom, Tuesday or that Thursday of the following week. So, I mean, it'll be a good time. It'll be fun. You guys can have a chance to come on Horror Research 30 and talk some shit with us, review a movie with us, if it's good or bad. So, yeah, tune in. And I'll be signing autographs for free.
Bro, this guy has such a list.
Yeah, dude. He's in
Keith David.
Keith David. Yeah, he's got such... I'm just going through his film shit, and it starts in fucking 1979, and I only got up till 2010, 2012. So much shit. And then he was in television shit, and then he was in fucking video games.
Damn.
Yo, was he in a zombie movie?
What was it? He was in a couple of them, actually.
Thank you.
He was in The Thing. He was in Platoon.
He was The Thing. You're right.
Yep.
I just recently watched that last month, too.
He was in Roadhouse. He was in They Live.
Oh,
he was
my God. You're right. Oh, yeah, he's everywhere, man.
Puppet Masters.
Puppet Master was
Dead Presidents, The Grave, Volcano, Armageddon.
Yo, they should reboot
Pitch
that.
Black.
He was in ATL, too, right? Was he?
When did that come out?
Is that Ass to Lips?
I'm just skipping around.
Ask him out. ATM.
Mr. and Mrs. Spiff, Transporter 2. He was in ATL. Yep, just saw that.
Yeah,
yep.
Asked him out. Lips, I mean.
You so stupid.
You blow the butthole like you do with a Coke bottle. Like,
this is gone off the rails officially now.
Wow.
All right. Let's draw this back. Worst day.
James is drunk.
He's. This is what we wanted, though.
It's true.
Do this every week, James. Do it every week.
Yeah, so back to our drops here. It's me, the Worst Damn Gamer, aka Chris. You can catch me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok. I appreciate the love and support. I got to get back on my socials like I've been. Come watch my streams pretty much all week. I'm on Tuesdays and Thursdays with Sturdy here at 9 p.m. with Popcorn and Pints. I'm going to get back to doing the Midnight Matinee soon and gaming like nonstop Fortnite Friday, Motivational Mondays. So come on down, check it out, enjoy the content. Let me know how I'm doing. Get in the conversation with everybody and help me continue to build the community that's being built. You can go check out Dreams the Creator, our boy. He's pretty much worked with us on everything, all of the visuals for our streams, our imagery for our logos and stuff like that. So if you need help doing that, you want him to teach you, you want him to do it for you, you want him to capture your goddamn wedding, your kid taking his first shit, he's got a camera, he can do it, and he can do it very well for you. You can go check him out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram as well. Our boy up in Canada, Kyle, is running So Good It's Scary, super dope horror content. If you're an independent contractor, independent filmmaker, if you got a project that's 30 minutes or less in the horror realm, you can actually load it right onto the Facebook. That'll give us permission to do a review on one of the other shows on the Z Network. Sturdy will tell you more about that in a second. But you can find his Instagram, his Facebook, and his TikTok with tons of things you can do and stitch. So if you're a horror fan, go check out Kyle the Angry Canadian on So Good It's Scary. And our girl, Joe, of Any Last Words, she has everything to do with the dark space content for you, recipes, ghost stories, origin stories. She just started her own magazine in the horror realm as well. You can go interact with her on her TikTok. Also, you can get her on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok, like I just said.
Yeah, he wasn't lying. Make sure you guys go to horrorsource30.com. You can get all of my links and all of that great stuff, all of my content. But like he said, every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 o'clock Eastern time, we review horror movies, horror films. It's going to be a great time. The next two films we're reviewing are School is Out Forever. That will be Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern time. And the movie Boar, B-O-A-R, like the pig. That's Thursday, 8 o'clock Eastern time. So if you guys tune in for that.
Not Pig with Nicolas Cage?
Nah, fuck Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
So
I knew that's what you wanted to do.
HorrorSearch30.com.
He's thinking ATM, Nicolas
Tune in.
Cage.
No. No. He's not thinking any of that. Tune in for that. And like Worstdam was saying earlier a few minutes ago with So Good It's Scary, you ignore that. You know
You got a lot of ass in that mouth.
You dropped your movies onto that Facebook page, and we'll review it live on Horror Research 30. We'll show it, we'll review it. Come on,
you know what I just thought? I made a new thing for Urban Dictionary.
Oh Jesus!
It's called the Chocolate Fountain. For dinner, you take your girlfriend out, you have Taco Bell. Then later on, you eat ass. And it starts out like chocolate fountain.
Wow. This is what happened. This is what happened when James gets intoxicated. He said shit like that. Yo, James was quiet for like a good 10, 15 minutes, probably thinking about this shit.
No, I wasn't. I was talking to my wife. I just heard Chris mention fucking the ass thing again.
But anyways, as you guys know, as a matter of fact, sorry, as you guys know, this
is the best part of the show.
Popcorn and Pints every Saturday, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Make sure you guys tune in and toss some salad. And we will be reviewing Constantine and A Million Little Pieces of Salad next Saturday, 9 o'clock Eastern time. We'll try to compare and see how these movies, we're going to try to see how these movies connect. Sorry, not compare. And then, of course, Stories from a Bar. You're going to get some great, awesome, amazing brewery talk, Capital Region breweries, as well as some awesome, amazing musicians of all different genres and types. Tune into Stories from a Bar. You guys are going to have a great time. And what I did want to say to you guys earlier before I forget is we're going to do, it's not even going to be a wheel. It's going to be, how we do our monthly one-offs? We're going to do birthdays. We're going to add birthdays to this. So your birthday month. And seeing as how Chris's birthday is actually coming up July 24th, I believe. I could be making that up.
Right, next Sunday.
I could be making that up.
Puerto Rican Chris and James, their birthdays have already passed. So James is going
I'm going to be 40 January. Well,
James is going to take August.
Category age according to HR training.
James is going to take
Perfect
August.
movie, 40-year-old version.
There we go.
Caucasian
Chris,
Chris, I think. He's doing July 30th, so 2 weeks he's going to be picking 1 or 2 movies for us to review. And then Puerto Rican Chris, if you want, you can have between September and technically September, December. Just skip November because November is my actual birthday month, and I'll pick a movie for that one of those weekends.
Or movies. I'm doing Deadpool.
Movie or movies. One or two. And we have 3-hour limit per movie. Like, we're still keeping that 3-hour limit per movie.
Yeah. Deadpool's under 3 hours.
Oh, you're fine with that.
The Deadpool movies aren't even 2 hours, I don't think. Maybe like 145.
Something like that.
But yeah, so we're going to start doing that. And then, like, after this year of 2022, it'll be more so. Because James is in January. Like I said, Puerto Rican Chris is in May. You're in July. I'm in November. And if Ibrahim
he remembers this shit, but he don't remember what he talked about 10 minutes ago.
Nope. That's fine. Look, you should get. I remember your birthday month. That should mean something to you guys. I remember the
Do
dates.
you know the day?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, I'll give it credit because I try to hide it, but it gets slipped out at work somehow.
All right. Well, all right. You know what? My birthday's November 18th. When is everyone else's birthday?
Mine's January 14th.
I was born 180.
180.
July 24th, baby.
July 24th.
16.
I just remember May.
It's also
Second.
it's also National Cousins Day, and I have a cousin with the same birthday.
The cousin fucker day.
Sure.
All right. We're out of here, guys.
Let's-
Thanks for
okay.
coming by. Peace.
All right, second cousin.